one of my favorite stories about appreciation comes from David Novak. He's the former CEO of Yum Brands. And at the time when he was the CEO, they had 1.5 million employees. 1.5 million people. And I asked him when I interviewed him, I said, what one moment most impacted who you are as a person and who you are as a leader? And he said, well, it was my time when I was working at Pepsi-Cola and I was in operations and I was in over my head. And so what I decided to do is I got together a team of 12 merchandisers. I put them in a room in St. Louis around a conference table. And one by one, I went around and I said, who's the best merchandiser that we have? Who's the one that everybody admires and respects? Who's the merchandiser that we have that customers love? And one by one, all the merchandisers in the room went around and they said, you gotta talk to Bob. Bob is freaking amazing. I have learned more from Bob in 3 days than I have in 3 years being at this company. Customers love Bob. And everybody was saying these amazing things about Bob. And David looks down the end of the table and he sees Bob is sitting there and Bob is crying. David's like, what the hell's going on? He goes over to Bob, he says, Bob, why are you crying? And he says, you know, I've been at this company for 47 years. I am retiring in 2 weeks, and I never knew that anybody felt that way about me. Still get goosebumps whenever I share that story. Imagine half a century of your life, 47 years for one organization, and 2 weeks before you're retired, you finally hear words of appreciation? And that's the definition of tragedy. Appreciate your people, especially now. It's going to be one of the best things that you can do to create that experience for them. Say thank you. Right? We can appreciate our employees in different ways. Get them a cup of coffee, send an email to the team, just walk up to them and just say, look, I know times have been tough. I just want to appreciate you for being here. It doesn't take a lot.